Off-leash control. It is definitely something that you need to have obedience on your dog. And if you haven't gone through the obedience course, highly recommend that you do go through that course. It is a fun activity in the sense of you don't necessarily need an adventure dog. You're not going up into the mountains. That's not your lifestyle, but you need to be able to have some control of your dog when they're out and off leash. I think no matter what, if you have a dog, there's going to be a time that you're going to be off leash, and you need to be able to have that control to keep them safe, keep them with you, but also give some direction. But it also adds into a lot of other areas of training. So if your dog doesn't have obedience, then you need to go through the obedience course first and then come back to this. If this is your goal, you can watch it, get some ideas, but really your dog needs to know sit and down and I think come in a general way for this course to be super effective for you. What are some of the things, Rebecca, when we talk about off-leash control, what does that mean?
That means being able to communicate and talk to your dog when they are away from you, not on leash. So an example of that in my world is in Costa Rica at the beach. I have Mocha, my German Shepherd, off leash, and she's chasing birds, which she loves. And I see the horses coming down the beach on a tour with tourists.
Yeah.
And she's great around horses and she's not going to mess with them, but I don't want the people or the horses to get worried about her. Right. I can put her in a down from a distance. She'll go down even if she's mid chase, and then I can call her back to me and she'll come back to me. And so it's that kind of control that we're talking about.
Yeah, it helps you disconnect your dog from what they're doing and connect them back into you. And also, I mean, one thing that I think is super fun, and I'm going to change the wording a little bit with Rebecca as far as chasing birds. When you see the video of it, she's actually kind of flying with the birds because she can't catch them, and she's chasing, but it's not the same. It's kind of magical. Yeah. I think it's super fun to watch as the birds are going and she's going, and then they change directions, and it's kind of like, I mean, she really is kind of flying with them in her mind, and she really gets focused in on those because she's just flying too, and so the magical piece to it is she knows that word down, like it's such a conditioned response that she downs and knows that she has to stop flying and it's time to connect back in. Maybe you'd leave her in a down and it's not the right time to call, right? But she's in a down out there. And then when it is appropriate, maybe the people have passed and then you can call into it. So this course is it's kind of an advanced course of some off-leash stuff in general of I need to get control. There's always a perfect storm of you've gone through a lot of training with us. You've got door manners. They're not bolting out the door. And boy, some dog out there gives your dog some information and they go out that door and make that choice because we do live with animals. And you're able to have that control of stopping them and getting them back into you. So I think it's a really big safety thing to have this off-leash control and the distance control to it, because if all they know is sit and down around you, this picture is completely different when your dog is away from you. So this course is really teaching you and your dog how to get those things and change the picture from training right here to training at a distance. It's pretty magical and it's super fun, but remember, if you don't have a good sit or a down and a come at least, then you need to go through that course first before you start your distance control with your dog.